Your aunt has returned. Open the gate. Quickly, open the gate. Sir Durant, what happened? What did you discover? The Rotten, the Horde is coming. Hello and welcome to Best Left Rotten, a deliberately uncanon and undead actual play podcast. My name is Jess Wolfendale and I am your GM.
My name is Miriam Feats and I'm playing Wren de Fer.
My name is Nathan Quadrio and I'm playing Regimund Weirdwood.
With Arthur officially crowned High King and celebrations abound, we are going to enter into our second winter phase of the season. This one is going to encapsulate a time of relative peace that lasts about 2 years. King Lot and his allies have fled to the north after the Battle of Carlion, and very little has been seen of them or the mysterious sorceress that rode with him since. The Black Knight, having won the duel and revealed themselves as Sir Guinevere, petitions King Arthur and is granted the title of Army General, taking charge of the training and assignment of Arthur's armies. She trains and distributes captains that travel to various vassal towns and ensure their guard is conditioned and prepared to battle the rot effectively. Knights are encouraged to drill alongside soldiers to form cohesive units and unify battle tactics and to share their knowledge and hard-won skills. So Guinevere's new strategies are met with varying levels of acceptance and outrage amongst the old guard, but its success is undeniable. With more unity, the ongoing assaults of the Rotten are more easily repelled, and the people are even able to start actively deterring the hordes. With the realm's focus no longer solely on survival, a period of peace ensues and invention and creation flourish. With this in mind, we are exploring 2 winter phases today that take us across about 18 months from 511 to 513 AD. Nathan, could you please give us a snapshot of Sir Regimund's time over this period?
In response to, the last couple of sessions, or the last few months, as Regimund has been struggling a little bit. The dice have been struggling for the player, but therefore Regimund has been struggling, and specifically the outcome of the feast. He's really taken a look at himself and is beginning to consider that he can't keep up this facade, he can't keep up this energy of pretending to be this strong knight. And so he's making the choice to meet with some people and go, look, I think that I'd like to move into a planning, mentoring, tactician style space, and having some conversations with, Arthur, first of all, but then also his father, and helping him reconcile with that.
Wonderful. Miriam, what is Sir Wren doing in the meantime?
So Wren is starting to have a little bit of sort of like a crisis of worlds where she's in sort of the opposite end of the spectrum to Regimund, has been doing very well, and is starting to realize that her knighthood has a potential and has an upward trajectory, and that she wants to lean into that and start to grow and start to find a place in leadership and in sort of like making a name for herself and for her king. But then she's also beginning to feel like her past and the more mystical elements and strangeness around sort of the Morrigan singling her out and this old woman coming up to her in sort of this moment of triumph and seeming to know things about Wren that Wren hasn't told to anyone, that Wren is also becoming more desperate to find answers about the Standing Stones and about her sister and about this strange occurrence from her childhood that seems, in Wren's mind at least, to be following her and haunting her through this journey.
With that in mind, Wren, you have been investigating the Standing Stones.
Yes.
Looking for any news you can of your parents or clues as to what happened to the 7 all those years ago. You've caught a few more clandestine meetings of those pagan worshippers at the Stones on various occasions, moving around guard duty shifts, maybe skipping some early morning training sessions to line up with new moons or solstices, occasions when you know they're most likely to meet. It's been a couple of months of this. Have you been observing from a distance or approaching?
I think with each time that Wren has come and witnessed what's going on, she's been encroaching further until she's sort of finally reached a point where, whether sort of someone like noticed her and beckoned her over, or whether she finally got brave enough to take that final step. But I think that she has come to a point and it's come to a head, and she is now actively like seeking out and speaking to the people involved in these rituals.
Yeah, wonderful. You are welcomed in, shown what to do. Everyone, chats with you, asks what you need. Like, have you come just to worship, or do you have questions or anything like that? What do you reveal?
Can I actually force a honest versus a deceitful role in this moment to see, like, I think Wren's still going to question, but to see how much of herself she's going to reveal.
Go ahead.
We're rolling against honest to see how honest she's going to be, and my honest is a 4.
Great.
Okay, and that's a 3.
Your dice rolls this game are brilliant.
The dice really want to tell a certain narrative with this character.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, very different.
I think it's maybe like at the end of one of these rituals and everyone's starting to disperse. And if there's a particular person that kind of leads or is sort of the initiator of the ritual, I think Wren quietly makes her way over.
As everyone's dispersing, you notice most people are going back to the village, but one person who's seen moving around the group a few times is crossing the river and going towards the forest, and that sort of catches your eye.
I follow after them. Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm sorry. Can I have a moment, please?
You see this woman walking with a lantern. She's probably in her 60s or 70s. Her face is mapped by these rivers of wrinkles that are so rare to see in this time. She's got this long silver hair and a plait down her back, and she sort of smiles at you and says, "Of course, dear. Would you like to join me on my walk?"
Yes, thank you. That would be great. How familiar are you with the history of the stones and the things that have happened there?
Familiar and not. I was one of the original settlers that came to this land. The stones themselves are older than all of us settlers that arrived, older than the castle that stood in ruins when we got to it. Perhaps they've always been here.
Do you know about the girls?
I do.
I was here when we all arrived here as well. I mean, I was very little. I don't remember a lot of it. But my sister, she was friends with Alice, and she disappeared. And I guess I wanted to know what happened. I know they were always around the stones, and I know they ran away because I followed them, but I don't know anything more than that, and no one really talks about it, and it's all whispers and rumours, and I just maybe thought that you would know.
And you sort of reached a little bit of a clearing, and she blows out the lantern and says, "Would you help me look for my ghost mushrooms?"
Of course. What's a ghost mushroom?
They glow in the dark. Walk around. They might take a moment. And as you're walking, she sort of starts to speak. The stones are not the only ones of their kind. People assign different meaning to them. They're a kind of symbol in a few ways. They're stone and they're ancient, so there's something that kept them standing all these years. Mystical or otherwise, it's a kind of hope to people that see them. But most simply, they're a landmark. People gravitate toward them, so it becomes a meeting place. Maybe it's a cave or a hillside that faces the rising sun, or a misty clearing in a forest. They're all places people saw and gathered and remembered. And when the refugees arrived to the island that would come to be known as Camelot, they saw the stones and they saw hope. And they gathered. We created a community. Many thought the stones were the reason the Rotten could not cross the boundary of the river, that they warded off evil. Then, some weeks in, a man admitted to leaving his family behind to die whilst he escaped. Soon after, a storm rolled in and damaged our food stores, washed away our fishing nets. Our fragile community fractured further. Then the man was found hanging from the stones, and our luck turned. a lord and his retinue arrived with resources to share. Now, I don't know who killed this man, but Alice was smart. She saw the connection as it appeared. To make the community safe, there needed to be sacrifice. Now, it was mostly small fruits and herbs and crafts burnt to show devotion. But as things got worse, the rituals got bigger. Her group, the Seven, formed. They felt a responsibility, I think, for the community. They had to keep their families safe. I don't know what happened to them when they disappeared. And when they came back, they were quiet, secretive. Then everyone realized Alice was sick, and they were all put in quarantine. Maybe that's what they were trying to hide, that she was rotting. Then, one morning they were gone, disappeared.
Just gone.
There were rumors, of course, about what happened. Did they escape, leave in search of a cure, or to die peacefully together? Were they killed by the town's guard and buried to cover it up, avoid outrage? Were they plucked out by the magic of the land itself, rescued for their devotion and turned into something greater than? But I don't know. No one does. Only those girls know, I think.
But Alice, she had turned.
Yes. She and one of the other girls, I believe.
Do you know which one?
I'm sorry, my dear. We weren't allowed near the quarantine zone. It's just what I heard.
That's all right. Thank you. It's more than I've gotten. At least I know that she came back here. At least once.
What I can say, my dear, you are in a rare position of power. You have connections, friends willing to help you. Should use that.
I'll think about it. It's as hard with the something like this can be seen as dangerous. There are a few people I think I can trust. I appreciate everything that you've told me. Is this what you're looking for?
There's barely a glow to it, but you see these mushrooms and you pick it up and you hand it to her and she sort of cups her hands over it. And as she shields it from the moonlight, you see this soft green glow. Yes, that's it. All right. Regimund. Upon returning to Camelot with the army, you receive word that your father is dealing with some business and wintering up north and won't be back at the family home until the summer. So with that in mind and winter approaching, would you like to seek out Merlin, Arthur?
I think that I'd like to talk to Arthur first because I want to have the High King's support in this before I approach my father, who is likely to be not taking the news as well.
Wonderful. You go into the castle, into the Eastern Tower, talk with some of the guards there that you know. They direct you up to Arthur's meeting space, as it were. Mm-hmm. He's the only one in there at this time. You know, there's sort of tables abound. Arthur is sitting sort of scribbling on a piece of paper. He's got an advisor over his shoulder talking with him as he writes, but as you come in, he sort of waves them away. Sir Regimund, what can I do for you?
I kneel.
Oh.
My king. And I rise again, leaning a little bit more heavily on my cane. I have come to talk to you about my future in your court and in Camelot, if I may.
Yes, of course.
And I hobble over and sit down. I'm not sure if you've noticed, my king, but my strength has not been as it once was. In fact, my strength has never been what it once was.
What do you mean?
I'm afflicted with a weakness, as it were, something that has affected my ability to be a knight for many years, but I've pushed through with displays of valor and perhaps recklessness. But it seems that has caught up with me. And at our battle against King Lot, and then even at the feast, I found myself growing weaker. And I believe it would be ill-advised for me to continue as a sword in your court. It would be dangerous not only to myself, but also the rest of your retinue. But I do have a mind, Your Majesty, and an expertise that is not shared by many, and I would wish to continue to serve you as an advisor and as somebody who can be present and perhaps work with the, if I may say, genius of Sir Guinevere and support her mission and your mission for a greater Camelot.
Thank you. for telling me this, Sir Regimund. I know I am your king, but you have helped me greatly in the past, and I'm glad you felt you could tell me these things. I'm sorry for the burden you've been carrying. I do not answer if you feel uncomfortable. Have you seen a physician about your ailments, or...
I've seen some, perhaps not the most expert of physicians. I have reached out for assistance, perhaps in areas where my identity could remain secret. It seems that this is merely part of my constitution. I would be happy, if discretion were allowed, to perhaps meet with any of your maybe royal physicians who had more expert knowledge. Mm-hmm. If that was your wish, my king.
If that is your wish, I only mean, I do not wish to push you beyond your abilities, but there are ways around such ailments, I hear. Not to cure them necessarily, but things to make you more comfortable.
Thank you, my king.
And of course, you're always welcome at this court. Forgive me, but Merlin did mention something about you taking on more of an advisory role. And you hear it from just outside the room, people need to stop telling me things I will have done. And Arthur's like, stop listening to my conversations then. Forgive me. I hope we can continue our chess sessions, and that if needed, you may still travel with my knights. With support, of course, but great minds are just as useful as a great sword.
I slowly rise on my cane. Many blessings, my king.
To you as well.
And I walk out.
Melon's sort of leaning against the door as you open it.
I'd like to, with my cane, just whack him on the back of the head and then walk off.
Wonderful. And you are provided some resources to work with. Meetings are set up with some various doctors, some training sessions. Guinevere recommends one of her men that she knows has worked with different kinds of disabilities as people are sort of recovering from injury, and having worked more with soldiers rather than knights, has worked with, farmers and bakers and people who don't necessarily have the natural constitution of these things, and works with you a little bit on that, different ways that you can sort of carry yourself and different herb regiments you can try just to not to cure anything, but to sort of alleviate discomfort and such. And yes, you begin to move into a slightly different role within the retinue. Wren.
Yeah.
Sometime in this 18 months, you are walking by the training grounds.
Yep.
As you so often do. In some of your gear, you've got a bit of a guard shift later or something like that. And it's mostly abandoned at this point, training going on outside the grounds. But within there, you see this young girl, not in any kind of knight's regalia or anything like that. You think she may be one of the new recruits from the town. She is dressed very basically, got her hair sort of pulled back under a bit of a cap, and is just going to town on this training dummy, just with a stick. A training stick, no finesse necessarily, but is absolutely whacking the crap out of it. Yeah. And you sort of walk by and see this happening. The stick is splintering.
Yeah. I'm going to walk into the training ground. If that was an actual sword, you would have chopped off your own hand by this point.
Oh, sir. And she sort of looks around, drops the stick and kneels. She's not exactly sure what to do. Sorry, sir.
It's all right. You can stand up.
She stands.
You're right. What are you doing here?
I'm one of the new recruits, sir. I want to get in a little extra practice. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm supposed to be here or not.
I mean, it's a training ground and you're training, so you're fine. It's just that if you show up to training holding a sword like you hold in that stick, they're going to laugh you out.
I'm sorry.
Do you want... Here, stand up.
All right. She sort of stands and wipes a bit of sweat off her brow.
Are there any training weapons or swords?
Yeah, absolutely.
About? Yeah, I'll go and I'll grab one in her size, which is going to be
tiny,
probably tiny, much smaller than probably the stick she was trying to work with as well. Look, first things first, I know what you're going through. When you're as short as we are, you can't be holding something that big and expecting to do anything with it.
Right.
You need something this size.
Got it.
Yep.
All right.
All right. That grip, the second anyone hits you, that sword's going to go flying.
Has happened before, yeah.
Yes, I can imagine so. And I think Wren's going to take the time to sort of be like, here's where you hold it. Here's where you balance your body. Here's where you stand. And what's your name?
Hope.
Hope.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lovely name.
Thank you. My parents gave it to me.
Well, I'd be surprised if someone else had, but...
Oh, of course, yeah.
Hope, is this something you really want to do?
What do you mean, sir?
Fight and be a soldier.
I want to be able to protect people, sir. It's a very scary time we're living in, and I don't know, it just feels like I should.
All right then. You're going to meet me here in the afternoons, around this time, twice a week. You're going to bring anyone else in your little training party who's having trouble, because if you're holding a stick like that, I imagine other people are as well. And we're going to make sure you're actually sorted.
Oh, thank you, sir. That's extremely generous. Yes, I'll work very hard, I promise.
I believe you.
I'm so sorry. What was your name? That was very rude of me.
I'm Wren.
Wren. I'm Hope.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to go now because I'm very intimidated, but I promise that I'll be back.
Good.
And she sort of runs off, comes back, puts the training sword back, and then goes. You hear a voice behind you. That was very well done.
I think Wren startles.
You see Sir Guinevere standing just a short distance away.
So Guinevere, good day.
Good day to you.
I had to put a lot of extra work in when I was starting out because I tended to get overlooked. I found a lot of the instructors saw the taller, stronger boys and just focused in. But I think I've proven that I have a lot to offer, and I think we need to make sure that no one's getting lost or left behind. If it's stepping on anyone's toes, I'll it was presumptuous of me to take over her training, but
Wren, it's fine. You're doing fine. That girl has some potential, as do you.
It means a lot for you to say that, Sir Guinevere.
Wren, I think this is your calling. I have received reports of perhaps some sneaking out after hours. Now, your business is your own, but the way you work with them, I would encourage your focus into that.
Yes. I've been distracted, but yes, this, I agree. We all need to focus.
Good. I look forward to watching more of your sessions. And she walks off.
Wren just kind of like blue screens for a moment and then shakes it off. And I think while she's here, sort of like looks at the training dummy and then like walks over and picks up a training sword and starts to go through her own motions and basic forms.
Wonderful. So Regimund, after the winter frost has broken, you travel south to the coast of Dorset. As you arrive, would you please describe your family home for us?
The Weirdwood home is not necessarily as grand as some other homes, but what it may lack in grandeur, it makes up for in beauty. And so there are significant gardens specifically focusing on flowers of all colours. Where other houses may clear their walls, we encourage vines to creep through and allow these flowers to burst out of the home. And so everywhere is this beautiful sea of colour, which is the direct juxtaposition to my father, who dresses exclusively in grey. And so often we see this singular grey figure wandering around in this beautiful realm of colour. It's a bit like the scene in The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy lands and she's grayscale from behind, walking into the beautiful colour of Oz.
You approach the house, your horses taken to the stables. You walk in the front door, greeted by servants. Currently, your family's nowhere to be seen, but you're told that your mother's in the drawing room, your siblings are upstairs with the tutor, and your father's in his office.
I would like to go up and see my father.
You walk in. It's one of those weird things where it's an extremely familiar space, but you've been gone from it for so long and everything sort of had this color in it in a way. Even though things haven't been going well for you, you've at least been surrounded with people who care.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, now you walk into this bare office, everything in its place, and this tall man, and he sort of barely looks up as you walk in. Regimund.
Father,
Take a seat.
I'd rather stand.
He puts down the pen, folds his hands, and looks up at you. Yes.
How are your travels?
Fine, thank you.
Is mother well?
As ever.
And my siblings?
They show great promise, but I've learned not to rely on that.
What is it that you've heard?
I have heard great praise for Sir Wren de Fer.
She is well deserving.
Praise I understood to be from the unit you were placed in command of.
That is correct.
And how much of that battle did you see?
Well, Father, I must say I did enjoy the first 10 minutes. Unfortunately, I was injured in the battle, as I'm sure you're more than aware.
Yes, your injury. And he sort of looks at the cane you carry. What is it you've come to say?
Arthur has given me a mentoring advisory role in his court. I'll be partnering more closely with Merlin and Sir Guinevere.
And your knightly duties?
I will continue to support those who are more adept at skills such as this, such as one young Wren de Fer, a highly skilled individual and, I would say, a friend.
So this is what you have come to tell me.
Indeed. I thought it important that I tell you to your face, rather than whisper about you behind your back.
So you wish to step up as a noble?
Yes. I hope that, for once, a Weirdwood can show some nobility.
Fine. You're done playing with your swords. You can serve this family in other ways. You will take a wife, Regimund.
Good day, Father. And I turn around and I walk out. And I slam the door behind me.
Amazing. Do you visit any of your other family while you're here?
I'd like to write a note to my mother.
Yes.
I'd like to leave a note that's like, oh, hey, Mum, sorry couldn't stay. Dad's a jerk. But in much more beautiful and floral language.
Calligraphy.
Yeah, calligraphy. Little, I can never remember what they're called, the little drawings in the...
Yep.
Illumination.
Thank you. It's
There we go.
beautiful.
Wonderful. You return to Camelot. You receive several letters in the weeks following about your duty to take a wife, secure your family's position.
I wouldn't know because I don't meet them.
There we are. Yeah, you see Albin looking more and more worried as these letters sort of pile up, but leaves you to it. And with that responsibility, let's work our way through our 2 winter phase level ups.
Yeah.
All right, step 1 is personal events. So these are the opportunities we did not see throughout the year. Wren, we'll start with you. Do you want to roll 1d20 for me, please?
Sure. A 14.
So we're going to be looking at homage or fealty to your lord. Go ahead and roll against your fealty and let me know what you get.
A 13 under 15.
So a success.
Very nice.
Yes.
Lovely. So
I would hope so after I challenge someone to a duel over it.
and that word gets back to Arthur. He publicly praises your loyalty. Go ahead and gain glory equal to your appearance score.
Ooh, okay, 15 glory.
Whoop, whoop. Sir Regimund, please roll a d20 for me.
5.
Wonderful. This is honest or deceitful. You can choose whether you roll honest or roll deceitful for me.
Well, I'm rolling terribly. So I'm going to take the lower of those 2 scores anyway, because I feel like honesty has really been the theme for this winter phase.
Yeah.
So I'm going to choose honest, which is an 8.
All right, go ahead.
That's a 13 over 8.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll deceitful for me.
6 under 12.
Great. If deceitful succeeds, you opt to lie to save yourself some bother. That's awesome, dude.
I think that for me, it has to be about my dad.
Absolutely.
I have to be like, oh no, like either I'm like, Weirdwood, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the Dorset family. Or being like, no, he loves me. It's great. It's going really well.
I think it's definitely in one of your sessions with either Arthur or Guinevere, sort of asks after your family. And it's this really awkward moment where you've not been back for long and your mind flashes to this pile of letters being burned in the fireplace. And they're looking at you expectantly.
All is well at home. I believe my father's returned to the estate. My mother and siblings are flourishing, is my understanding.
My father's very proud of me.
And we speak on the reg.
On the reg. I'm going to go ahead and say, because it was a success on Deceitful, you entertain people with your fantastical stories. Gain glory equal to appearance.
Cool.
Also, you can both go ahead and check the trait or passion that you succeeded against. I think yours might already be checked. I'm not sure.
Fealty was not already
Oh,
checked.
great. Go ahead and check that. Now, since we're amalgamating 2 winter phases, so Wren, can you give me a second roll for your second personal event?
An 8.
Modest or proud? Ooh, go ahead. You can choose which one you roll.
We'll roll proud. Which is a 3 under 13.
Yeah, because you should be proud of your achievements.
Incredible. You boast about your deeds and gain glory equal to appearance.
Another 15 glory.
Excellent. Another D20, please. Sir Regimund?
1.
Chaste or lustful? I think this is extremely relevant. It is your choice which one you would prefer to roll.
I don't think it's going to be many people. I do think that I'm going to begin some kind of romantic entanglement that is maybe of a more casual nature than would be appropriate with somebody.
All right, go ahead and roll lustful for me.
Lustful. It's a 7. It's a natural 20. Which is a critical fail.
Okay. This is awesome. Go ahead and roll against chaste for me.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's a 9 under 13.
So on the fumble, you brutally turn aside the advances of an interested lover. If unmarried, the game master may generate a hate passion for that character directed at you. So we're going to come up with a character right now because we haven't really talked about many of the ladies at court.
Do you want me to give you an Arthurian name from a generator online?
Go ahead.
Chedwin.
Is that a female name?
Yep.
Chedwin?
Gresant.
Grisant is good.
Iblidwen.
Okay, we're going with Grisant.
Croissant. My lover. Croissant.
A woman arrives at court, and if you had been reading the letters your father had been sending to you, you would perhaps have been informed of her arrival.
So good.
And so you do get on the first few times that you speak, but it eventually comes to light that she is aware of you and your circumstances in your family. And so I imagine a small dispute occurs.
Publicly?
At a feast.
No, like in the middle of the courtyard somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am not my father.
And for this embarrassment that you've caused her,
Yeah.
she stays at court.
Not croissant.
And anyone that you perhaps are interested in a romantic entanglement with seem to be pulling away from you as rumors spread.
To avoid the ire of croissant.
So go ahead and check chaste for me, and you can also check lustful because of the critical. Beautiful. All right. Now we move on to our experience rolls. So if you want to go through and each thing that has an experience check next to it, make a roll against. If your roll is greater than its current value, then you can add a point to that value.
That is a 20 on my reckless roll, so my reckless goes up. That tracks.
That sounds right.
I have become more deceitful and more cruel.
Oh boy.
In an attempt to become more honest.
Also, my pride and my hunting both went up by 1.
So my lustful went up 1, and then my chaste went up 1. So
Ooh,
it
it's
just equals out.
leveled out. You can both increase the age on your character sheet by 2 years.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
You can also increase your squire's ages by 2 years.
And Gethin's a dancing queen. Young and
Young and
sweet.
sweet. Only 17. Cute.
Well, do I still have a squire?
Unless you would like to release him to someone else.
Not Albin.
You're still a knight.
Okay.
Like, you still have a squire. So we come to training and practice. You can select 2 of the following improvements. You can change a personality trait, add or subtract 1 point from any passion, add 1 point to strength, dex, con, or appearance, add 6 points to any number of skills that are currently under 15, or increase 1 skill that's over 15 by 1 point.
I have taken both of them to add 6 to my skills. So my intrigue is now 15.
Yep.
My orate is now 12. My flirting is now 12. And my folklore is now 10.
Wonderful.
So I'm hoping to build skills that are related to my role as potentially a little bit more of a strategist, and also perhaps my role-playing energy of flirting and orating.
Incredible.
I have kicked another point into honest because I think there was some growth there.
Absolutely.
Which means I now only have 1 legendary trait. And the second year I've used to put 6 points into my skills. Most of them I've put into combat skills because Wren has been sort of leaning into her training. So I've both my horsemanship and my sword are now up at 15. My charge is 14. I've bumped my battle from 5 to a 7. And then I've also just given her a little, like a 1 point bump to her folklore.
Wonderful. We're also accruing some passive glory. So what is each of your appeal scores?
15.
13.
Perfect. So you're both of fair appeal. You gain 10 points of glory each winter phase, so a total of 20 for this break. If you have gone over your next 1,000 point threshold of glory attained, I thought you had this.
I did last session.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is our first winter phase since that's happened.
Okay,
So you're
great.
going to gain a prestige award.
Oh, yeah.
So you may raise any statistic by 1 point, lower the value of a passion by 1 point, or guarantee that an heir is conceived, born healthy, and of the gender preferred.
I might raise a statistic.
Yes.
So on my sword is going to be a 16.
Nice. All right, now heading into our final scene here for this winter phase. As the snow melts away and we enter into spring, we find ourselves at the first ever Great Camelot Gun Fair. Great minds travel from all across the land to present their ideas and inventions to combat the rot and improve medieval life. The northern part of the island, which was just a few years ago the tournament ground upon which you met, is now filled with tents and stalls, presentations, demonstrations, goodie bags, brochures, pamphlets. Part trade show, part World's Fair, there's an opportunity for investment to see these inventions brought to fruition in a segment I've lovingly called Schrodinger's Chekhov's Gun Show. You each have 200 denarii to spend, just under 1 librum in projects you like. Different projects may have different investment levels. If you have an idea to pitch, please do so. Otherwise, here are some cards with a summary of inventions that catch your eye.
Is this just a medieval pyramid scheme?
Yes, it is.
This is very... Is this what you spent lots of time doing instead of planning the session?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's not bad.
There's a lot of great options here.
If you were still knighting, I'd be like spiked horseshoes because this is like about trampling.
See, there's
And I'm
also
like, Nathan's
one
really vibes with trampling.
that's like, these heavy boots will counterweight your body so when you fall, you land on your feet. And I'm like, targeted?
Yes.
I'm thinking about there's a war cart, which is essentially just almost like a cart that's a Roman armadillo with blades and spears that I feel like could be fun. And then there's like, I think the way that I'm reading that is that if someone who's charging against me fails, they could get stabbied by my horse's armor.
And similarly, if you are charging someone and you
Yes.
fail to hit them, there's still a chance that they may be hit by your horse's horn.
Yeah. I can live without the pyramid scheme.
Are you sure? You don't want to spend all of your 200 denarii investing in this? Not pyramid, because we don't have pyramids in
That's
medieval
true.
Europe. It is a...
Inverted funnel financial model.
Thank you.
Yeah. We could also invest in rotten-powered mills.
So I've got quite a lot that I'm interested in, but obviously I can't afford them all. So
Yeah.
the first was obviously my requested fire blower,
Yes.
which is a siege engine, but for 150 we could upgrade it to handheld. Astrolabes for all soldiers decreases travel time for quests and improves soldier efficiency.
Ooh.
I was very interested in expand our borders, which is the moving the rocks in the river that we believe stop
Oh, yes.
the rot. So
Yeah.
if we take all of the
All of
rocks
the
out
rocks
and
out
move them
and move
further
them further.
out, then that
Yeah.
might help. Tall tower, very good, very tall. The tallest, best is several miles. So I'm definitely going to invest in the tall tower.
Okay.
Thank you for reading that correctly.
Incredible.
Because it's only 25 denarii. Like
Yeah.
that's a nothing investment for a tall tower. I chose not to invest in the crap cannon,
How dare you?
which is just a poop cannon because we have so much of it. It's our best natural resource.
But realistically, it's not just the idea that they want to get across is a cannon that shoots people's feces. However, what it actually does is give you citywide plumbing. Because they're like,
Right. Yeah.
it's like
We need to collect the poop.
we need to collect the poop
Yeah.
more efficiently. So for no other reason than that, we're
yeah.
going to do plumbing.
I'm not investing in the cat's shoes.
The face-off prison boots, yes.
And the grenade weapon explosive melons.
I want to give
I
you
am
grenades.
the melon lord.
The explosive melons are essentially just taking a watermelon and putting a bunch of rubber bands on it so that it's almost about to explode.
Oh, okay.
And it's
then
got a
throwing
bunch
them.
of spikes in it.
Yeah,
So then you
so
throw
yeah.
it and then it's a shrapnel grenade.
Okay.
A medieval shrapnel grenade.
So what are you committing to, Nathan?
I actually think, and I'm going to do these 4. So this is the astrolabes, the tall tower, the cat's shoes, and expanding our borders.
So I like the armored horse. I like the idea of more like siege and heavy military tactic. So it's 125.
So we've got 75 left.
So we've got 75 left.
Because you could go
So
in.
I could go in and just do the fire blower.
Which is another siege sort of engine.
Yeah. I think I like that. Like, I think Wren's definitely leaning into the military tactics and
If you've got 75 left,
yeah.
and I've got 25 left, I am interested in the rotten powered mills. I just love that idea. Because in zombie fiction, that's always where my head goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How can we use these as a resources?
absolutely.
I think that intellectually those things probably make more sense.
But they're both very similar in terms of they are for the protection of Camelot greater. They're not going to like affect you guys directly in terms of
But I think
something you get.
if we were to go into another battle, which I assume we
Absolutely.
will, we would feel that. We would see these things and they would have an
Absolutely.
impact on our ability
Yeah.
to succeed in battle.
Well, it's a Schrodinger's Chekhov's gun, so you don't know whether it's going to come up later. But
Can I read the spiked horseshoes?
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Let's lock.
all right,
Locking
would
in.
you like to each read out what you have chosen to invest in at the fair?
Wren has decided to invest in a fire blower, a siege engine from the Boeotians that can set fire to city fortifications or hordes of rot with a simple pump of the bellows. I am just doing a basic investment rather than investing in a handheld.
Amazing.
Wren is also investing in a war cart, a completely covered cart propelled by the men inside. It features rotating blades and spears to carve up the enemies it passes, as well as 360 degrees of arrow slots.
Another excellent siege engine.
And then the final thing is also battle-based, but a little bit closer to home, is a unicorn. Why should riders have all the fun? Keep your horse safe and enriched with spiked barding. Better armor protection rating, chance to impale your enemy still on a failed charge roll.
Excellent. And Sir Regimund.
I have invested in cat's shoes, which are heavy, heavy boots, which will counterweight your body so that when you fall, you land on your feet, which is the chance to not fall prone when knocked off the horse and reducing movement speed. I'm only doing the basic investment here for 25 denarii. I am not doing the sport mode investment for 50 denarii. I am investing in the tall tower. I am investing 100 denarii in expanding our borders, which would see a mass extraction of the magical pebbles in the river and relocate them to allow more land to hunt, farm, graze, and build without fear of rotten incursion.
Just in case I forgot to cover that, during the first year of Camelot's discovery, which we played out in a fantastic system called The Quiet Year by Avery Older, the island of Camelot was found to be safe because it was surrounded by a river that the Rotten wouldn't cross. And during that year, one of the refugee kids was playing in the water and found these glowing pebbles everywhere, which everyone probably figured was the thing keeping the Rotten out. They extracted a few and tried to use it to build a bridge, but that was when winter came and the river froze over, allowing the Rotten to cross in and attack the community. So that project and the investigation into the rocks was never completed until now, it seems.
And I'm also investing in astrolabes to train and outfit each unit with an astrolabe for navigation and timekeeping, which decreases travel time for quests and improves our overall soldier effectiveness as I've moved up into my mentoring and advisory capacity, perhaps working with Guinevere. I think this is something that is worth investing in.
Brilliant. And with the path being paved to new horizons that may or may not come up later, that's where we'll leave the episode.
You've been listening to Best Left Forgotten. You can find and follow us on X, Instagram and Blue Sky at Best Left Podcast and on our Best Left Forgotten Facebook page where we post updates, info and additional content. A full song and artist list for this episode can be found in the description. Our cover art is by Irit Mogalevsky, who can be found on Instagram at irit.mog. Thanks to Jess Wolfendale, our editor, Miriam Feats, our social media manager, and Nathan Quadrio, our producer. If you enjoyed our episode today, please leave a review and tell your friends.